Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Griffith with Ixia, and I'm here to talk about your visibility into the actual customer experience and maybe some of the challenges you're experiencing along the way. How are you able to monitor what's going on in your cloud? Well, a survey was taken and a lot of answers were given, and a friend of mine was giving this presentation and he had a guy in the front row yell out, 91% are lying. Well, maybe not 91%, but it's probably a good portion that really should be in that I don't know. So how do we know what's going on in the cloud, and do we know what it costs us if we don't know? Well, with a 10% increase in time for people to complete their work, the average employee works 8 hours a day, you're losing about $20 and 48 minutes per employee per day. And at 100 employees, it's about $2,000 a day. Now that may not sound like much, but let's take that out to over the course of a year. $500,000 and 1.2 million working minutes for every 100 employees. That's like hiring somebody to sit around all year and do absolutely nothing. And if you're hiring for that job, I'm available and I'll send you my resume. And how do we give you that information? We do it by drilling down on all the data we collect from all the tests that we've run. We give you a simple pass-fail test. So instead of being yellow or 74%, is 74% good? I don't know. But I know red and green. And if we tell you it's green, it's good. And if we tell you it's red, then it's bad. And you know you have something you have to look at. And these are all based on thresholds that you can set, customized for your environment. So you're not doing it based on some out-of-the-box, this should work for everybody. We're going to give you reports that are simple to understand. We're going to show you what test was run, what values we received, and what your threshold was, and whether you passed or failed. So you'll know exactly where that problem was. This goes to that mean time to identify. If one of these is red, I know where my problem is, and we've now cut that down from hours to minutes. So we have all these problems to solve. We have to reduce the time it takes to figure out what's wrong. We have to get rid of learning about these problems from our end users. We have to know what's going on in the cloud, and we have to know how it's going to behave before we put things there. And then we have to figure out how much does this cost us when we don't know. And how are we going to do all of that? We're going to do that with Hawkeye from Ixia. We're going to help you achieve faster and more predictable deployments. We're going to help you detect outages and slowdowns with active monitoring. Instead of passively waiting for something to tell you it's wrong, we're going to tell you in advance. We're going to do this through low-cost endpoints, either hardware or software. We're going to help you future-proof that cloud by knowing in advance what's going in there and how it's going to behave. With our custom hardware, our cloud-based endpoints that can run on a Docker engine so you can place it just about anywhere, or even our software endpoints which can run on an iPhone or an Android, you're sure to be able to test from anywhere your customers are using and accessing data. So overall, we're talking about all of the use cases for Hawkeye. Campus, LAN, WAN. Before you roll out a new branch, is it going to behave like you expect? We call that predictive experience. What will it be when my customers get there? You'll know before they go. How will my SaaS run? Is it the network or the application? By testing every piece of this from every endpoint, you'll know where the problem lies. That path discovery, the hop by hop, gives you visibility into things you never had visibility into before, and gives you the ability to reduce that mean time to identify, which is so critical to saving your money and your customers' experience. And then there's the cloud. Typically we were blind. Now we can tell you exactly what to expect. And as you think about moving another application or another set of users into the cloud, you'll know what they can expect from their performance. Well, maybe we've touched on a couple of points that are critical to your environment and you have some more questions. If you do, please reach out to your Ixia sales team, or better yet, reach out to your Ixia partner. Thanks for watching.